Natural gas was a waste stream from the drilling and bringing to the surface crude oil. It was a waste stream. So I tell people to go study the evolution of natural gas. It is a great thing to study because you can see how something that started out as a waste stream has become a very useful energy product. We have probably close to 300,000 miles of natural gas pipelines in the United States. Maybe around 40% of our electricity comes from natural gas. So it's gone from a waste to something that's very usable. And unfortunately, in some of the oil fields around the world, including the United States, we still flare off natural gas because they don't simply have a pipeline to put it into. Or in the case of the North Slope of Alaska, when the late 1960s, we were talking about putting a crude oil pipeline in from North Slope down to the southern part of Alaska, people talked about, especially the governor at the time, or Wally Hickel at the time, said we need to put in a natural gas pipeline at the same time. Well, the anti-everybody's, the anti-nuclear people, were now anti-oil and anti-natural gas. So they referred to it as Hickel's folly. So the natural gas pipeline never got put in. So once we started producing crude oil and putting it down the 800-mile pipeline, the natural gas, which should have been used, it reverted back to what it was found to be originally, a waste stream. So what did they have to do in the North Slope of Alaska? They have to re-inject it back down in the ground. So since 1970 to today, and it continues, we re-inject that natural gas back down into the ground, of which some of it's lost forever, at a great cost. That becomes part of the cost of operations of the crude oil that comes out of the North Slope of Alaska that we get into tankers and we send to refineries. So the cost of crude oil out of Alaska, part of the cost is the cost burden from having to deal with that natural gas and pump it back down the ground.